Hey guys, Ulrich here, very excited. Today I want to do a very quick review on a really cool album titled The Chris Rolling Squad. This is how it looks, and you'll see a picture here somewhere in the video. Also link over to my website with a written review about the album where I go in more detail about the reasons why I love this album so much and why I believe it's definitely something you want to check out. First, some housekeeping items. So, Chris Rolling Squad. Who is that? Chris Rolling, obviously Chris Rolling, responsible for lead guitar or guitars and the vocals. And now I hope I pronounce it correctly. On bass. On bass we have Brice Duval, and on drums Romain Conneau. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Anyway, there are 5 killer tracks on the album. Some are R-rated, like the first one. It starts off with Whore, Help Me, My Redemption, Vampire Blues, and Janet Says Go, Go, Go. So when you listen to this album, at least that happened to me, you immediately notice the resemblance to some of the traditional power trios of the late 60s, early 70s. I'm thinking a little bit of Cream, a little bit of Taste, Hendrix, and so forth. But that's just to give you a general idea. I'm not suggesting that the Chris Rolling Squad just sounds like any of those acts, but it's just to give you like a general framework of what you can expect as you listen to this album for the first time. So I think when you go to the Bandcamp page or on the Facebook page, the way they describe their music, the way the band describes their music, and I might not get that 100% accurate or right, punky psychedelic blues rock, something along those lines. And I think that's a really good description of their music, of their general material. So very prominently you have the guitar, the typical the springy trebly sound of a Fender Strat. And I think it's fair to say that the guitar and the vocals, they lead through the songs, they lead through the materials, but that shouldn't take away from the brilliant, from the excellent power section, which really reminds me of Stevie Ray Vaughan's drummer and bass player Tommy Shannon, and the name slipped my mind, doesn't matter. But this is like the general gist of the material with some punk elements. It's not your traditional psychedelic blues rock trio, but there's a good portion of punk intermingled, for the lack of the better term. I think what I really and mostly appreciate about the album is the fact that Chris obviously has the goods to go on these extensive solo orgies on guitar, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that, but sometimes that can go wrong. Sometimes I feel guitarists use the band as a platform to just shine and try to get as much space, as much room to just show off their guitar skills, and we don't have that here with the Chris Rolling Squad. I think it is fair to say that the music and the band and the end product, the track itself, is the most important component. I always feel when listening to these tracks, it's a healthy collaboration of a tight band coming together, making good music, rather than 3 individuals who are all very good in their own right, but trying to kind of forcefully put something together that sometimes just doesn't work. You don't have any of that. Yet again, the best way to describe it is a very cohesive album. It's obviously relatively short with only 5 tracks, but that makes appetite for more. I can only highly encourage you to get out and get the album. Again, I will provide some links to it. Definitely check it out. I really like the album. It's really refreshing. It's refreshing, and admittedly, I'm not a huge punk rock fan. So whenever I hear the punk element, I get a little bit turned off, but I must say it works very well with the Chris Rolling Squad and this particular album. Therefore, it comes highly recommended. Once more, go out and get it. Leave a comment, leave your questions below the video. More than happy to get back to you. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye.